like this.
should make decisions.
Yes.
And move. And we know that there's discussion in Finland regarding the possible NATO membership is going, and they're discussing. So for the time being, definitely what is more important for us all and for Sweden here is to have this unity and to deepen cooperation, and I call it micro alliances with neighboring countries, deepen cooperation in economic sphere and cybersecurity, in defense cooperation, because we know that Sweden and Finland, they have very deep cooperation in defense sphere. They should closely coordinate, and they are doing this now. Also, this goes equally to the deepening of partnership with NATO and the United States. So my message is: we should stay united. We should be prepared today, tomorrow, the day after tomorrow, to tackle practically the threats and to tackle practically the possible actions by the Russian Federation.
Yeah.
It's very important because these important decisions, even if they are made and they are supported by the majority of Swedes and supported in parliament and by government, it means that it will take some time. We do not have time right now.
So what is the most urgent to do?
Increase defense expenditures.
Yeah.
Think and, if necessary, to change the guidelines for security and defense policy here, to think about foreign policy and to build on these alliances. Deepen cooperation, coordination,
Yes.
and it will help. Because what Putin thinks, he thinks that our unity cannot last for long. He is surprised, definitely, by this unity, because we faced quite a weak reaction when it was 8 years ago and when he invaded and occupied Crimea. He thinks that, they stay united, I'll exert more pressure and the unity will be gone.
Yeah.
They will try to defend themselves. They will be under a huge pressure domestically when it comes to, the rise in prices, when it comes to social medical care, when it comes to economic pressure generally.
Yeah.
But we should stay united.
So continue doing what we are doing,
Yes,
but the pressure can be even harder.
It cannot be. It should be even harder.
It should be. Do you think it's going too slow right now? What we are doing? Do you want to have a bigger effort? What?
Yes, we definitely do. We definitely appeal every day to our partners to double our efforts, because what has been done so far is really very important. Definitely, it makes sense and it has a clear effect, but we are all realists. We see that it hasn't stopped Putin from his doing evil in Ukraine.
No.
It hasn't stopped him so
No.
far. So it means that he has burned all his bridges, and he will further escalate and move forward.
But so far, all the financial shutdowns of Russia and collaborations and everything, it doesn't seem that had that effect him so far.
We have Russian people who live within the framework of their propaganda, and we have Russian leadership that has never cared about ordinary people. Never.
Yes.
In their history, they have never cared about the people. Nobody, never. So it means that we should exert more pressure on Russian leadership. Yes, definitely, we see the effect. We see people that are standing in queues and buying sugar, and it really influences ordinary people. But it hasn't made them yet to come to the streets, to come to the squares and clearly demand him to stop the war.
So the Ukrainian people staying so far in the country, what do you think we can see from now on? Do they stay, or what do you suggest your people to do?
We stay. Important point. We have so many issues that we are very concerned about, and now I think the most pressing issue is the safety of ordinary people, civilian people.
Yes.
What we see, it's indiscriminate shelling and bombardment of residential areas that continues and continues and continues. So our primary concern is to move them somewhere in Ukraine, in the central and western parts, in order to have them in safety.
They can be safe there?
But yes, they can be safe there, and we try to arrange these humanitarian green corridors. But at the same time, when it comes to the, I would say, defense sector, which includes army, police, all security services, they are ready and they are defending their country. It doesn't go, and it doesn't mean that we are surrender. We will never surrender. But when it comes to hostilities, we should firstly take into consideration the lives of our ordinary citizens. We have never put our military installations inside residential areas, what we see on the Russian side. We never use them as human shields, so it's not our policy. It's not the policy of Ukraine now. It has always been, well, the policy of our country, because we have this historical memory, because the life of ordinary people is priceless for us, and we definitely take this into consideration. Definitely, if something happens, we will probably move our forces out from residential areas, even letting them to temporarily control these areas. So it's very important to take care and to protect civilians.
Yeah.
This should be done, and we are very much grateful once again for our countries, neighbors, and Sweden, when it comes to Sweden and many European countries who provide temporary protection here. Yes, sure.
And as I asked you before, earlier on, that the support of yours, both the financial part, but also for the supplies, is equally of need.
Yes, sure. We definitely we need defense equipment, we need humanitarian assistance, we need economic assistance, and everything that is done is important, but we should redouble our efforts.
Okay.
Because firstly, we definitely should stop him militarily, so that he can de-escalate, and then we can move with meeting and supporting the basic needs of people, and then we will go back to reconstruction efforts, which will take a long time, but well, we as a nation and people, we strive for peace. We strive to see our country as economically strong, and we'll definitely succeed in this. But it will take time, and definitely we will need more support from our foreign partners and from our foreign friends.
So your people will have to stay abroad for a long period of time, you think?
We will see.
We will see.
Definitely, we will see.
Yeah.
But once again, firstly, we should stop him,
Yeah.
and we can stop Putin only by our redoubled efforts.
Yes, and we do all we can for doing that, of course.
Thank
and
you so
you
much.
also suggested us, if you want to send help, both financial parts and also for the supplies, the Red Cross and other organizations of what you suggest for the people who are watching.
We suggest everything makes difference. It really makes difference. Even if individual donation, even if it's sent to the specialized accounts in the government. If it's sent, we have also, as an embassy, opened these donations and humanitarian assistance specialist accounts in our embassy. If it's sent to the banking account to support Red Cross Committee, to support the Office of United Nations High Commissioner for Refugees, everything is important. We humbly request to continue these efforts, to build on these efforts, and further support to Ukraine. Please stand with us.
We for sure do. I thank you so much, and all the best, love, peace, and understanding.